Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Karuna teaching the course Microprocessors and Microcontrollers. In this video, we are concentrating on 8255A, which is Programmable Peripheral Interfacing Device. Let us see the features of 8255A. It is a general purpose programmable interfacing I/O device used to transfer the data between processor and I/O devices, which is compatible with the TTL logic. It consists of three 8-bit bidirectional I/O ports. Those are port A, port B, port C. All these three ports contain 24 I/O lines, which can be configured as per the requirement. Again, these 24 pins of I/O are programmable in groups of 12 pins and operates in three distinct modes. Let us see ports of 8255A. Each port is having 8 lines. Those lines can be used to transfer the data from input device or transfer the data to the output device. Okay, so port A contains two buffers. One buffer is used as an input buffer, another buffer is used as an output buffer. The size of the buffer is 8 bits. Similarly, port B, port C. Okay, so in case of port C, the lower bits and upper bits of the port C can be split. Okay, we can use this port C lower bits and port C upper bits separately. Means we can transfer 4-bit data also. These ports again divided into two groups. I told you group A, group B. Group A consists port A and upper port lines of port C. Group B contains port B and lower lines of port C, that is PC0 to PC3. These two groups can be programmed in three different modes. Those are mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. We can say 8255 can operate in three modes. In mode 0, port A, port B, port C are used as input or output ports according to our requirement. We have to program those ports in either in input mode or output mode. In mode 1, port A, port B is used as I/O ports. They can be configured as either input or output ports. In this case, port B uses three lines of port C as handshake signals. Those are PC0, PC1, PC2. Port A used another three lines of port C as handshake signals. Those are PC3, PC4, PC5. Okay, here PC0 to PC5 lines are covered. Remaining PC6, PC7 are used as normal I/O lines. Okay, in case of mode 2, port A can be used as bidirectional port. Bidirectional means can receive the data, it can send the data through those lines. Port A uses 5 lines of port C as handshake signals for transferring the data. Those are PC3 to PC7, 5 lines. The remaining lines of port C can be used either as I/O lines or handshake signals for port B. Okay, so you have to remember all these modes. Ports operated in different modes. Okay, if you summarize the operation of ports in different modes, port A is used in mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. Port B is used in mode 0 and mode 1. Port C used in mode 0. In mode 0, port A, port B, port C are used. In mode 1, port A, port B are used. In mode 2, only port A is used for transmitting the data in and out. Let us see the architecture of 8255A. Port A, port B, port C. Each port consists 8 lines. 3 ports, 3 into 8, 24 IO lines. Again, these 24 lines are divided into 2 groups. Group A, Group B. Okay, so here Group A control block, Group B control block. See, Group A control is connected to the port A and port C upper lines. Okay, see, port A 0 to port A7, port C4 to port C7. These are the 8 plus 4, 12 lines. We can use this 8255 to transmit 12-bit data also. Okay, we can transmit 8-bit data, 12-bit data separately. The Group A control connected to the Group A, which consists port A and port C upper lines. Okay, this is one group. Next, Group B control connected to port B and port C lower bits. Okay, that is PC0 to PC3. Port B having PB0 to PB7. Right side lines are connected to IO devices. Left side signals or pins connected to microprocessor. So 8255A exists between microprocessor and IO devices. All of you concentrate on cursor. Okay, left side microprocessor is connected. So these pins or signals coming from the microprocessor. D0 to D7 lines of microprocessor connected to the 8255A through data bus buffer. Bidirectional data bus buffer, which is used to transfer the data between processor and 8255A. Processor sends the initialization command words to the 8255A through this bus only, and also whatever the data is to be transferred to the outside world using D0 to D7 lines and receives the data through this buffer. Now read write control logic. In case of receiving the data from outside world, processor issues the read signal to 8255A through this signal. In case of sending the data to the outside world through this 8255A, processor sends write signal to this read write control logic. And A0, A1, these pins are used to select port A, port B, port C and control word register. If these two bits are 00, port A is selected, 01 port B, 10 port C, 11 control word register of 8255A will be selected. To terminate the operation, processor sends this reset signal to the 8255A. So before going to start the operation of IO transfers with 8255A, processor sends the chip select signal to the read write control logic to the 8255A through read write control logic. Okay, so ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఏ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డివైస్ని మీరు ఇంటర్ఫేస్ చేయాలన్నా ఈ ఇంటర్ఫేసింగ్ డివైస్ వాడాల్సిందే. సో ఎక్కువగా ఎగ్జామ్లో అడిగే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. ల్యాబ్లో కూడా మీకు ఇంటర్ఫేసింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాయాలంటే ఈ టాపిక్ నేర్చుకోవాల్సిందే. ఓకే, ఇది డోంట్ నెగ్లెక్ట్ దిస్ టాపిక్, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్. I have written all the functions of blocks of 8255A. So data bus buffer, which is a tri-state buffer used to interface processor and system data bus. Data can be transmitted or received by the buffer as per the instructions given by the CPU. So control words or status information of 8255A also be transferred through this bus. Read write logic responsible for controlling the internal external transfer operations. Chip select signal, which is always active low signal. It is connected to the decoded address A0 and A1 are connected to the processor address lines. Okay, see, I told you A0, A1, chip selection signal always low, active low signal, bar ఉంటుంది దీనికి. A0, A1, if both are 0, 0, port A is selected, 0, 1, port B selected, 1, 0, port C selected, 1, 1, control word register selected. Before going to use this 8255A, processor needs to send the control word to the control word register of 8255. Okay, then 8255 will act according to the control word or bits of control word register. దీన్ని control word అనొచ్చు, command word అనొచ్చు. Okay, so this is about read, write, reset signals. I told you write signal. Before going to perform write operation, microprocessor issues the write signal, which is a active low signal. Before going to perform read operation, processor issues read operation to the 8255A. Reset, this is active high signal used to reset all the activities of 8255A. This table shows read operation and write operation based on control signal, read and write signals issued by the microprocessor. So A0, A1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Then port A, port B, port C are selected. When read signal is 0, it performs read operation. Read operation means the processor collects the data from the selected ports through its data bus. Okay, next coming to the write operation. In case of write operation, write is a active low signal. That's what these are all zeros. At that time our read bar is 1, 1, 1. Okay, now 0, 0, port A selected, 0, 1, port B selected, 1, 0, port C selected, A0, A1, 1, 1. Then control word register is selected. So to write the data, processor sends the data to the selected ports through its data bus buffer. Okay, next, so this is the control word register of 8255A. Very important. గుర్తుండేదాకా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకే, సో D0 bit indicates port C lower bits PC0 to PC3 ఎలా యాక్ట్ చేయాలి. If this bit is 1, this 4 lines acts as a input lines. This bit is 0, these 4 lines acts as the output lines. Means input lines means those lines are used to receive the data. Output lines means those lines are used to transmit the data. Next, D1 bit used for port B. If this bit is 1, port B is used as input port. If this bit is 0, port B is used as output port. Okay, so I told you these two lines are grouped together called as group B signals. Next, D2 bit is used as mode selection for port B. If this bit is 0, mode 0 will be selected. If this bit is 1, mode 1 will be selected. We already discussed about mode 0 and mode 1. Again, refer those modes. Okay, for port B. Okay, now D3 bit is used for selecting PC4 to PC7. Upper lines of port C are used as IO lines. If this bit is 1, D3 bit is 1, these 4 lines are used as input lines. D3 bit is 0, these lines are used as output lines. Coming to the D4 bit is used for port A. This bit determines port A is used as input port or output port. ఓకే, ఇన్పుట్ పోర్ట్ అంటే డేటాని రిసీవ్ చేసుకోవడానికి, అవుట్పుట్ పోర్ట్ అంటే డేటాని సెండ్ చేయడానికి. ఓకే, D5, D6 bits are used for selecting the modes. Mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. If these two bits are 0, 0, mode 0 selected, 0, 1, mode 1 selected. 1 cross ఉంది కదా ఇక్కడ, ఆ క్రాస్ మేబీ 0 or 1. If 1, 0 అయినా 1, 1 అయినా mode 2 will be selected. So again refer about all these modes. In all modes, how the ports are operated. Okay, so D7 bit is used to set IO mode or BSR mode. Basically, 8255A operates in two modes, IO mode and BSR mode. In IO mode, again processor enters into three modes, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. In BSR mode, see here D7 bit is set to 1, 8255 operates in IO mode. IO mode means again it is divided into three modes, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. Okay, means in IO mode we can select any kind of mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. Okay, if this bit is reset, that means 0, then this 8255 enter into BSR mode, means bit set reset mode. Okay, in this case D7 bit is reset, means 0, then 8255 enter into BSR mode. In case of BSR mode, D4, D5, D6 are don't cares. They are not at all used. Okay, next three bits of a control word register D1, D2, D3 decide which bit of the port C must be selected. ఓకే, మీరు పోర్ట్ ఒక్కొక్క లైనే యూస్ చేసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే బిఎస్ఆర్ మోడ్లో 8255ని ఆపరేట్ చేయాలి. బిఎస్ఆర్ మోడ్లో ఆపరేట్ చేయాలంటే D7 బిట్ని 0 చేయాలి. దెన్ in that case D4, D5, D6 bits of the control word registers are not used. Okay, so D1, D2, D3. So if these three bits are zeros, PC not line will be selected. 001 PC1 can be used to transmit one bit. Okay, next 010 PC2 will be used. Okay, likewise for all these combinations we can use any one of the port C line. Okay, so ఇంకా రిమైనింగ్ D0 బిట్ ఉంది కదా, మొత్తం 8 బిట్స్ D0 to D7. సో ఇక్కడ D4, D5, D6 are don't cares. D1, D2, D3 are used for selecting lines of port C. Okay, D0 bit ఉంది కదా, set or reset. D0 bit can be set to 1 or reset to 0. Okay, based on that any one of the 8 bits of port C can be set or reset depending upon the D0 bit. So port C line can be set or reset depending upon the D0 bit. D0 bit 1 అయితే ఏదో ఒక లైన్ సెట్ చేస్తాం. D0 bit 0 అయితే ఆ పర్టికులర్ లైన్ రీసెట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ 8255A is a programmable peripheral interfacing device. Programmable can be programmed by a processor. That means processor sends the initialization command words, okay, programmatically to operate 8255A according to our requirement. Okay, we have to set or reset the control word bits of 8255A. ఓకే, మనకి ఏ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉంటే ఆ బిట్స్ని సెట్ చేయొచ్చు, రీసెట్ చేయొచ్చు టు ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ద డేటా బిట్వీన్ IO devices and microprocessor. Very important topic. Thank you. We will meet in next video.